To join us in this conversation will be one man who is based in Juba right now, South Sudan, Town Far Fredo. Thank you so much, Town Far. I'm hoping I can join both names together. Thank you so much for joining us on In the Game, Town Far.
You're most welcome, and thank you very much for having me.
It's great to have you. You can see me smiling from left, right, and center because of South Sudan. I think my next country will be, I'll have to visit South Sudan because this excitement is too much. They are doing wonderfully well. Really? They are doing wonderfully well.
You're most welcome. We are there.
All right. I know that the network will not let us have a seamless conversation, but Town Far, I must say that South Sudan are doing wonderfully well in the world of basketball for the fact that they, from nowhere, they are topping the rankings in Africa as the #1 ranked African country in the world of basketball. But I must commend their comeback in that second half. It was really pivotal to their win against Morocco. What key adjustment do you think they made, different to come out strong against Morocco in that second half?
Well, the one thing that the viewers would love to know is that that team, out of the 12 players, 3 of them were part of the senior team that went to the World Cup and to the Olympic. And so that means 8 or 9 of them were not part of the team. So it is a different assemblyman altogether that was put up by Luol Deng, who is the current coach, and of course, as well as the current Basketball Federation president. And so those boys, he's trying to put them up to making sure that at least we also have a team altogether. And that's why not even the Morocco game, but even the game against Mali. It was a little bit so sloppy start for the team, and they picked up, especially in the second, third, and perhaps even the last quarter, the fourth quarter. So I believe that it is the learning process that they have on the court that made them to, now fix themselves together and making sure that they get the desirable wins against Morocco and Mali all together. So it is all about how they start the game and how they stabilize towards the game and how they finish the game. I think it is what is at the back of their minds.
Yes, I'm sure that that's what's at the back of your mind, because I could see that propelling them to a win, a dominant performance against Morocco. Now, Morocco, made it into this qualifying series after Mozambique, pulled out of the competition. So I would cut them some slack a bit with their performance, but they came dominating. Though they struggled in the perimeter defense in the second half, but allowing South Sudan to go hit 10 triples. That's on them. But how important is the perimeter defense in modern basketball? Because what lessons can be taken from the game between South Sudan and Morocco? Morocco just coming in as an impromptu, country in the qualifiers, and they came prepared. You could see how they were able to dominate. But South Sudan turning the game around. How important is this perimeter defense in basketball?
I think the perimeter defense, first of all, you need to have the kind of players that are tactically positioned for that perimeter defense. And somehow, somewhere, you know how Luol Deng started the game against Morocco. He started a little bit of with some offensive, players. And little did he know that maybe the Moroccan team was utilizing that opportunity to getting some points. Which he turned the game around and introducing in some players that can indeed make some good defense and at the same time also making for us the points up front. So technically, it is all how the coach is able to study the game and even the players themselves and what is expected out of them. Those players that are on the court, all currently with the AfroBasket in Dakar, Senegal, is all about the continuity, just like our colleague was able to put it in the world of cricket for Senegal, for Nigeria, is continuity. So they felt that the team went very well in the AfroBasket qualifiers a few years ago, and going to the World Cup, getting results, going to the Olympic, getting results against Puerto Rico.
Yes.
So they felt that a little bit, they should be able to really making sure that they get points at any point, at any time possible. So that defensive parameter in basketball requires technique. It requires the players that are technically gifted as well in those areas. And I think that is where in South Sudan, almost every position in basketball is covered. I can assure you, there are still so many basketball players that are yet to join the national team. And
Wow.
trust me,
Are you saying this in Sudan? In South Sudan right now, there are a lot of basketball players that should still join, even with the crop we see here that are gone blazing.
There are many. I mean, there are so many. If you look at the current squad right now, it is only one player that was picked from the locally based players, and he plays for Fox Basketball. This is the club that is represented the country in the Elite 16 in the BAL. So the road to BAL. So I can assure you that we have not even yet given the talent that most cases the Africans are requiring from South Sudan. So it is still, that's a litmus test. So I can assure you that if it means defending that first position in Africa, we will continue defending it, and the players are still there to give all that is required out of them. If you look at the average age of these players, they are still very young. And that tells you that there's a lot that is going to be, evidenced from the players, especially on court. So trust me, we still have a long way to go, and that long way to go will mean dominating basketball in Africa, especially when we have a former national, NBA player in the names of Luol Deng being in the leadership of the federation. I think we will still have a lot to offer to Africa, especially representing Africa in the recent Olympics. So it is very huge for us.
I know it's huge for you, but please go on now. Town Far, take it easy on us. Remember, there's Nigeria at the corner. If we can just put our hearts together, Town Far, you will not be able to catch up with Nigeria. You will not. You will not be able. But it's all good. You have to take your flowers at this time. I would say congratulations to the boys. Nuni Omot was really spectacular. Also, we've got that Luol Deng leadership in the team. It's really pivotal for them because you could see how their performance has been the talk of the town in basketball. Congratulations to South Sudan. I cannot wait to see them seal their tickets to the AfroBasket and lift the AfroBasket. Yes, being the #1 team in Africa. Thank you so much, Town Far Fredo, for joining us on the show today.
You're most welcome, and I'm glad to you having me on the show. Remember that we'll be having a game against DRC Congo at exactly 6 p.m. Nigerian time, and it's 5 p.m. South Sudan time. So it is also a team that we did face them 2 years ago. We got some wins from them, 101. Is one of the teams that South Sudan has actually scored goals, points against. So it is also one game that we will have to watch before even going to the second phase. So likely, if you'll be able to watch, I think you'll be able to also get, some good of some skills. Then Nigeria, I can't wait for South Sudan playing Nigeria.
Yes, I cannot wait.
Especially in the men's team. I can't wait, and it is a dream. I know it will come.
I cannot wait. I know you're telling me the time, Nigerian time, so that I can watch the game. Don't worry. We would wait. And we would make sure that, Town Fredo, you'll be on the show when Nigeria will play South Sudan. I cannot wait to go with the bragging rights. Because when our boys step up, Town Fredo, you'll be scared. But don't worry. Let's wait till that time when the game will go down.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. It's been an interesting conversation with you.